Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here and welcome to the start of the Little Cup Road to Top 10. Now, unfortunately, UU has a suspect test, so the UU Road to Top 10 has been put on hold once again. RU and NU both have suspect tests, and PU is in beta, and I don't think I could finish PU quick enough before they eventually become a regular tier, and then they'd have their own suspect test, but we'll see. But hopefully we can go back to UU by the time or when the suspect test ends. As for now though, we're going to be starting the Little Cup Road to Top 10. I'm actually waiting on my thumbnail from Pedro. Typically he gives me like a template and I just change it, but he was working on something for the Little Cup thing, so there might not be a thumbnail for this. I'll probably put like a little picture of Salazzle, or excuse me, Salandit. My bad, Salandit, depending on how well it does anyway. But let's actually go over the team, and if you guys are excited for the Little Cup Road Top 10, of course, feel free to leave a like. You can subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hi, I'm PokeaimMD. Well, that'd be actually funny if you find me from Little Cup, but I do these things once a year, Road to Top 10s, where I try and get to top 10 on the ladder in every single official tier. So, well, quote-unquote official, Smolon tier, I guess. So we have Sticky Web Surskit. I figured Sticky Web would just be a great way to start. Taunt Mienfoo, which is nice for... it's very nice for defog and whatnot. We have Pawniard with Stealth Rock, Punkaboo with the Will-O-Wisp, as well as the Spin Blocker, Sub, Life Orb, Abra. This thing is a little monster in the tier. As you can see, you don't need all the EVs. And then we have Sub Nasty Plot Salandit, and he actually told me that I could change this set to Nasty Plot HP Ground. I'm not entirely sure though which one I would actually end up using, but in any case, let's just go ahead and look for our first battle on the ladder. We're starting all the way from 0. I have not played any Little Cup games on this account, and my opponent's team looks so cool. Look at this thing. It has a little eye, like this little Cyclops. But this should be fun in any case, and I'm excited to start the Little Cup Road to Top 10. So, first off, Surskit matches up very well. I do want to be careful about the cheese spikes, but I do have Salandit to absorb it, so I'm not as worried about it. Plus, again, Sticky Web is just really good, and if he wants to defog, I have a Pawniard that can just come in on that. Forgive me, by the way, if I call them by their adult forms, since I probably will, since I'm used to using them. So, I am Violet on this, so I know that I could take one Rock Slide if I need to. I'm debating just going for Giga Drain right here over going for Sticky Web first. I think that might be the play. Especially if he's Life Form, I should be able to knock him out. Let me go for Giga Drain as he goes directly into Marini, so that's fine. I think I made the correct play right there. I'm not entirely sure on Little Cup rolls and whatnot, but we will get up our Sticky Web right now, making his entire team effectively slower than I am. And what I am going to do is just go directly into Abra. I think it just wins. It honestly just wins. I don't care about Scald, Burns, I'm obviously Magic Guard, and I kind of kill every mon on his team in one hit. I'm pretty sure Life Orb, Dazzling Gleam will hurt. So Double Toxic was a very good play on my opponent's part, but obviously I'm Magic Guard, so I don't care. We can go for Sub here on the Vullaby switch, or Woobat. That works too. I am faster than Woobat. Let's just go for the Life Orb, Dazzling Gleam. It should 2-kill unless it's a Violet. Never mind. So unfortunately we're fighting in a Violet Woobat, which also has Heat Wave in its arsenal if I'm not mistaken. So this mon's actually a threat. I'll go Pawniard though. Yeah, I do need Pawniard for Abra, but I feel like... I don't know, this is a tough call, I feel. Because I want to get I know it'll live one Heat Wave. If it does learn it, it should learn it. But Hidden Power Fighting would be a different call. But I'll go to my Stealth Rock expecting him to go Vullaby. And what I'm trying to do is, if he wants to defog, obviously I'll get the Defiant boost. And this thing kind of also wins on its own. So I'm actually faster, which is good to know. He Thunder Waves me. Which isn't the best, but this does give me a slow knockoff on him. I'll be able to knock him out. If he wants to switch out into Vullaby, that's fine. If it's a setup set, it doesn't have defog anyway. It could just be Rapid Spin Shelder. I think it learns Rapid Spin on a little baby level. But it is weak armor, so that leads me to believe that it's more an offensive set. But either way, if he defogs right here, I get the +2 attack boost anyway. And I can get up my Sticky Web pretty safely versus Marini later, so I'm not as worried. Yeah, he does defog, so he gives me the attack boost, which is nice. Pawniard is not +2. Please give me the kill. Nope. Regardless, no real good Iron Head switchings. Obviously Marini, but besides that, nothing really. I kind of want to double knock, as I don't want him switching out on this, and plus it will weaken. He already has the weak armor anyway. He's actually defogged Nasty Plot. Wow. So that's obviously working out for my opponent right here. He can't knock me out though. They run Dark Pulse and Air Slash. And the good thing about this is I'm learning Little Cup as I'm playing, which is good for my Little Cup Open, and at the same time, as I'm playing Little Cup Open, it's also good for, it's also good practice for this in general. But with Sucker Punch here, he could have sub, but yeah, he just went right for Earthquake. If he's a Life Orb, I don't even know. That might be Ground Him, it could be Focus Sash, I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I'm getting up my Sticky Web again. Though actually, once again, I want to go for the Giga Drain. If he goes Marini, I can get up my webs anyway. If he goes Abra, I break a potential Focus Sash. If he stays in with Diglett, then I Giga Drain back up all the health anyway. So I feel like Abra is just so good versus him, and me going for Giga Drain is just smart. I unfortunately, you know, Paras hold me back, but it's fine. He does go for Rock Slide and thankfully misses, nice. And I'm going to be able to not knock him out with that hit, but I don't want to at this point, because Punkaboo beats this. I definitely want to get on my Sticky Web now as he switches out, so that's great. He goes Woobat, so I'm able to get on my webs, which means that everything will be faster than that Diglett, and I can just Scald this. I'll be faster than this guy. If my my Pioneer was slower, I'd definitely be faster. Calm Mind, Thunder Wave. I mean, Knockoff is gonna hurt you regardless, right? I wish I had Shadow Sneak on this thing. Roost, Air Slash, just mono Air Slash, is that his set? I'll find out right now. Is he unaware? I think he's unaware, and he's mono Air Slash. Crap. That's actually really bad for me. Okay, so I need this burn. That way I can knock him off. I definitely need a Scald burn, like, anytime soon, but, I mean, at least he's at 62%. He's not simple, obviously, he's unaware. So, my Mienfoo will be faster, but it's just, I don't know if I knock him out. He switches out, though, so I guess he figured I knocked him out there. And what I can do is just U-turn out into Abra. Again, Abra's just going to click Psychic now. Woobat's decently low. I guess he did figure I knocked him out, so we'll go out to Abra. I'll still take the Scald and hit him with Psychic. Knocking him off is great for my Salazzle in the long run. And we take Scalds anyway. That did a lot. Like, I mean, I'm used to, like, Toxapex. Obviously, we're all level 5, so everything's going to do damage. But I'm used to, like, Toxapex and Pokemon like that not doing massive damage to me. Mienfoo being alive is good, especially because he saxed his only Mienfoo answer on the team. As Shelter's going to come out. This thing Shell Smashing would be a problem. I can't risk him Shell Smashing, even though he's more than likely going to Ice Shard. I literally cannot risk it. So I guess he thought I would switch out, so I'm able to knock him out with the Life Orb Psychic. Nice. And this Mon's going to come out. This Problem, which I can't do anything to. Well, Dazzling Gleam and then Hopi Thunder Waves and go Mienfoo on the Roost. I gotta force him to Air Slash and kill me. I mean, he wouldn't obviously Thunder Wave my Abra because I'm Toxic, but I'm assuming Psychic does a ton anyway. Okay, it does like nothing. But I get Spadef Drops, which is something that I was aiming for. And I can just knock off and I think win with my... Ideally, I win here with my Mienfoo. I could also go Salandit, but Salandit has to hit its attack. Though Sludge Wave would more than likely knock him out anyway. Either way, we go for knockoff. I'm not sure why he switched because I'm faster than everything. And if it is like a Scarf Abra, that'd be weird. But I'm assuming it's Life Orb / Focus Sash. But either way, I U-turn out versus it. I'm faster because of the webs. And then I go into Punkaboo. No, I don't go Punkaboo. Actually, I do go Punkaboo here because I have... No, he just leaves. Okay, great. So he actually started potential with that little threat over there. I was thinking about going Salazzle because I think Salazzle could sub and then just fire 2 Fire Blasts. So we got this team, and this team is actually really good. Very weak to Sub Nasty Plot. Salandit, excuse me. Webs are pretty decent versus him, even though he has Snivy. I'm okay versus Snivy because I have Pawniard, which otherwise deals with it. I take Rock Blast as well. We're going to leave with Mienfoo because I can knock off Onyx. If he wants to get up rocks, it's fine. I could also taunt him, I guess, if I win the speed tie. Onyx being relatively fast. Imagine this little monster playing like a baby Punkaboo. Like a baby Punkaboo, right? And then you got like this giant 10-foot, etc. size threat. Leads with Snivy. Gives me a U-turn. Ideally, I lose a speed tie. I wanted to say. Because he could glare here if he wants to. But we can go Punkaboo, I think. And I think Punkaboo can just knock it out with Fire Blast. Yeah, because I knew glare was coming. I didn't want to go hard into my Salazzle right there. And actually, Will-O-Wisp is probably the better play. Because even if he outspeeds me, it doesn't matter. But Will-O-Wisp hits the Grimer, which is something I'm worried about coming in. Go Goes right for the hidden power, so he doesn't try and boost on me, which is something he should be doing. At least we land the Will-O-Wisp on Snivy, and what I can do is just go right for the Fire Blast here. If he goes Grimer, very good play. Very, very, very solid play on my opponent's part, and I get paralyzed there. Knockoff, I don't even know if that knocks out Punkaboo because of Violet, so I'm going to go for Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, I don't want him pursuing me. He definitely knocked me out with knockoff there. As we do land the Will-O-Wisp on Grimer, nice. And this is making Salazzle's job easier, as well as, we're switching now because I doubt he double pursuit at this low of HP. This is also making my Salazzle's job easier as well, or Salandit, excuse me. Yo, it's tough, man, it's tough at these parts. It's making Salandit's job easier, as well as Abera's. So I'm not going to get up my webs now because I'm worried about the Snivy, and I don't think I need webs to win this game. I'd much rather weaken the Grimer to the point of Salandit being able to do something to it. Yeah, and he doesn't knock me out with Poison Jab either way, and then we can knock him, or 2 KO him with the Scald. Yeah, he doesn't knock me out with Poison Jab into Shadow Sneak unless he gets the para right there, or excuse me, the Poison right there. Onyx is something I'm worried about, so we're going to go Pawniard and actually get up our rocks to break it sturdy. You know I'm playing around with this thing, but he goes hard Slowpoke. If he Thunder Waves me, that's fine. I'd rather get up my rocks and again break Onyx's sturdy because Onyx is the only thing stopping me from winning with Salandit. Like, honestly, Onyx is the only thing. So we're going to be able to not only get up our rocks there, but also essentially get a kill, or at least knock off Mienfu's Eviolite. Hey, we broke through clean. So I don't want to get up webs, even though they're good in this game, just because of Snivy. We'll sack our Surskit right here to either knock off or whatever, and that gives me my Abra as a switch-in. As he goes for high jump kick. And yeah, this does give me Abra as a switch-in, as I said. And I can easily go for Dazzling Gleam. That will be able to knock out Grimer as well as knock out Mienfu. So there's no point in predicting at this point. Dazzling Gleam does nab me a kill. I'm assuming he's just going to sack that Grimer as well. But it will be Life of Dazzling Gleam will be able to knock out Mienfu, and it also hits Grimer upon switching. So gives me Mienfu, nice. Pawniard is actually a threat even if it is paralyzed. So I'll take that. Shadow Sneaking from this mon. This will not knock me out, and Life Orb Psychic should be able to knock him out. This is Life Orb, and these things run Berry Juice, so this should definitely be able to knock out Onyx. Ah, it did not. He's a Violite. That's fine. We'll switch it up to Dazzling Gleam. But he does give me Honest, which is a Salazzle answer. I'm still worried about Slowpoke, obviously. And this monster right here, I wasn't sure how to deal with it. This thing OHKOs me, doesn't it? I think we sack Punkaboo and go Salandit. I don't know the cal. Okay, we're gonna calc. We're gonna do some Little Cup calcs out here, because I'm not entirely sure. Abra. Custom set. Snubble. Eviolite. Let's get rid of this thing. 91 to 117. Is that worth it? It is worth it, because this thing, yeah, it's worth it. If he's Life Orb, if he was Berry Juice, we knocked him out, so it was definitely worth it. He didn't know, I guess, if we were Life Orb or Focus Sash. He's giving me all these Pokemon, though. We definitely are faster than this mon. So we'll be able to knock this out. I think he's trying to win with last mon, Thunder Waving Slowpoke, which is, funnily enough, it could actually win the game. I'll sub here. See if he wants to go for Thunder Wave. Or just Scald. Again, funnily enough, this Slowpoke can actually win the game. Especially because I don't have like Shadow Ball or anything, or Energy Ball to do enough damage to him. He's gonna slack off here, isn't he? I'm gonna hit him up with my Mienfu, because even if he Thunder Waves me, it doesn't knock me out after with Psychic, and I'm assuming he's just gonna slack off. And I'm okay with this because I get off a knockoff into U-turn, which puts him in range of Salandit, excuse me guys, of my Salandit. I'm gonna U-turn here, even if he goes for slack off or Thunder Wave. Abra being in, Abra might actually be faster anyway, even with the Thunder Wave. And I get to hit him with Dazzling Gleam from there and then knock him out with Salandit. Like I said, excuse me, because I'll be doing things like this the entire time. So, opts to knock me out with the Scald. We can just go right out into Salandit and finally get to click and attack. Nice. I hit this Sludge Wave up. Even if he switches out, it don't matter. Already lost his Violite. And there's no way that a burnt Grimer that's... Did I say Assault Vest before? It's a Violite. They're always a Violite. I don't think I said Assault Vest. I have no idea. Good game. Nice. And Salandit coming through at the end. I mean, it had a great matchup anyway once I got rid of Onyx. I think he should have calced the Snubble because with Rock Slip it was 100% death. But I mean, like, we're both learning Little Cup, and I'm assuming he's learning it too. That was a team that I used, and I think I used a team like that, or someone used a team like that. That's a very standard team, I feel. I feel like either I used it or someone used it. By the way, I don't know if you guys all know, but Smogon's having the snake draft thing, so it's kind of like SPL with World Cup at the same time, but all for Sun and Moon tiers, and it's really cool. You guys should go ahead and try and sign up for it and do like tryouts and whatnot. I think it's worth it. I would just go to smogon.com/forums. I'll show you the tournament section real quick. Smogon.com/forums. You know, I always felt like even though they're level 5 battles, Little Cup games are not quick, man. They are not. It's not Grand Slam. It's you go to tournaments, smogon.com/forums. You go to the tournament section right here, and you go to the Smogon, the Smogon Snake Draft, and you go to signups, and you basically reply like the way it is. You reply your username, what tiers you want to play, your time zone, and if you have any time missed or whatever. So if you guys want to do that, you can. This guy has 4 Pokemon. Ironically, they're all very good versus me. Alright, so I'm actually worried about Onyx. I'm going to lead Abra though, just in case he leads off with Arching, since I'll be able to knock the thing out with Psychic. Ideally, he's not. I mean, if he's a Violet, that's fine. If he's Berry Juice, I think I knock him out with Psychic. Yeah. So if he was a Violet, he wouldn't be able to knock me out anyway, because, well, he probably would be able to knock me out, but he'd be in Defeatus range. Amora comes out. These things are in Rock Polish, don't they? Doesn't Psychic still hit this thing hard? Yeah, 84. What is that, Z? Z-Hail? Z-Haze. Alright, I'm gonna click this button again, and let's see what happens. I did more. Nice. I love Little Cup rolls, bros. I love me some Little Cup rolls. Oh, it's funny because Surskit can win on its own, but I'm just gonna get up my Sticky Web just to be safe because Ponyta is my favorite Little Cup Pokemon in the world. I think it's my favorite Little Cup Pokemon in the world. Though I mean I love Stunky and Murkrow. Why don't you Stone Edge again? I love Stunky and Murkrow, but like Ponyta's a threat, man. Last generation before that, I would love switching that thing in on physical attackers and just get the burn body, nice flame body. Onyx comes out, might be Berry Juice sturdy, could be weak armor, I don't know. Skull's gonna blow him back anyway, they ain't no speed type now. Surskit might be able to 1v1. I love Surskit dancing too. Nice, he was like weak armor or something. Look at this, ooh. Back and forth. Back. Him, there's Surskit, there's Hitmontop. I think they have some of the, and Hitmonchan, they have like some of the cleanest, like just sprites. Or not necessarily sprites, but 3D models. Or whatever they're called. So we knock him out with Scald again. He needs 2 more Pokemon on his team. He definitely needs 2 more Pokemon on his team. I don't know why he clicked Z-Haze there. I think it's because Z-Haze is an ice move. So like he should have definitely clicked something like Z. I would say like Z. Ice Beam even would have been better. Salandit's not bad in this with Sticky Web up. Dwebble is a problem. That's why I want to lead off with Mienfoo. I can see him leading off with, I wasn't going to say Cranidos, but this works out. This gives me a knockoff right here. Scarf Zen Headbutt wouldn't be able to knock me out. If I knock him off, I'm good anyway. He doesn't switch in a lot of knockoff on his team outside of his own Mienfoo, so I think that's okay. It's a Violite. Is it just rocks? So what type of Dwebble do you have then? Alright, well show me your high jump kick switchings. There's one. It's kind of cack. Okay. Goes Vullaby. Which makes sense because it beats me. I'm gonna taunt you because I do not want you setting up. Are you Heat Wave? Yeah, I take an Air Slash anyway. Unfortunately, he crits me there, but I feel like Surskit takes it, and I really want Webs up. But we're gonna go Pioneer first because I want Rocks up as well for Dwebble's sturdy. I guess you could have Heat Wave, but or Hidden Power Fighting. I don't know if they run either or. Not that I've seen, but I want to get up my Rocks, helping me versus that. Mienfoo comes out. This is still good for his Abra, but if I keep up Webs, it doesn't really matter. And I kind of doubt he'd go for a fighting move when I have a Punkaboo, so I'm actually going to knock off here, as I am faster. We're still running bulky sets like that? Wow. So he goes for his own knockoff. And I'll be able to go into my Surskit now, which is definitely confirmed faster because Pioneer's faster. And knocking him off is great, again, for Abra. I definitely tanked this high jump kick, not so well, but I'll be able to get my Sticky Web here, and he'll be able to knock me out with the next hit. Ideally, he doesn't go directly into Vullaby, but he does. Either way, if you want to go for defog here, I have Pawniard right now, and you'll give me the boost, and I'll be able to get off a +2 Iron Head versus something. Doubles out to Mienfoo. Good play. I guess, because now Vullaby's 100% in range of Dazzling Gleam. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, we sack Surskit here, and we go directly into Life Orb Abra and claim our kill. Yeah, so we go directly into Life Orb Abra now and click Psychic. No switchings. I could also sub. Would you go Vullaby? I'll be mad if he stays in the U-turn, but I'm going to sub up here, expecting him to go Vullaby. Go to Zone Abra, which is a good play. It's not Magic Guard, though. Just Dazzling Gleam you. We're going to be faster. We're going to switch it up to Psychic. Yeah, he has Shadow Ball, but like Abra kind of kills every mon. I'm surprised he didn't go this over Vullaby, but you know what? Dazzling Gleam had no switchings anyway. Though actually I should have switched it up to Psychic because if Double came in, it would have gotten its 30 from taking the Dazzling Gleam. Is he fake out? Is that what he's trying to do here? We'll go Mienfoo on the fake out and then just click High Jump Kick. I went Mienfoo because I can taunt Vullaby if that comes out after. Just goes for knockoff. Okay, so I lose my item, but like this High Jump Kick gonna hurt. Yeah. Boy took some damage, and he misses High Jump Kick on top of that, which is probably the best case scenario for me because I can taunt everything coming in now. I'll be faster, and I just let, especially this Vullaby. I'm gonna taunt you, and just win with my Abra here. Yeah, I don't mind sacking this because I go out to Abra now. I just click Dazzling Gleam. I should do 57% to this. I don't think it's worth calcing. I'm Life Orb Magic Guard boosted, which is why you guys aren't seeing the Life Orb. Knock out that, and now I just click Psychic, which does knock out Dwebble, I'm pretty sure. And plus I have Sucker Punch in the back anyway. And the only way Dwebble will live is if it's a Violite. I'm assuming that's the only way it can live, which means that it wouldn't get Berry Juice back up to full. Yeah, and then I click Psychic here. Then Pawniard comes in and wins by clicking Iron Head versus Dwebble. Or, I mean, that was assuming Abra went down, of course, right? But Dwell was going to come out. And again, the only way it can actually live a hit is if it's a Violite and not Berry Juice Shell Smash. In that case, like I said, it had no recovery, and I had Pawniard Sucker Punch in the back. So, nice little win over there. Let's go ahead and get another one. Little Cup Road's top 10. Going well so far. Obviously, we are on the bottom of the ladder, and we're just climbing. That guy had quite a few amount of points. Again, this is a learning experience for me. This is very much a learning experience for me. Wow, he has a lot. Okay, Salandit, I choose you, buddy. Like, I need you to do some work in this game. It very much does. It very, very much does. Salandit's very good in this game. +2, it kind of wins. I definitely want Webs up. I want Rocks up as well. I'm gonna lead Pawniard. Hopefully he doesn't lead off with Larvesta, which is what I'm fearing. Leads Pharaoh Seed. Okay, so best case scenario for me, I get up my Rocks now. And I get off a knockoff. Obviously, I'm worried about this Pharaoh Seed, so I want to knock it off. Actually, do I? I have Punkaboo as a good switch in. I doubt he Bullet Seed here. We'll get up Webs later. Rocks up are more important for Larvesta, as well as Grimer wearing them down for Salandit. Yeah, I don't mind him going for that. I'll just Fire Blast here. Like, it's not like you have a good Fire Blast switching anyway. What type of 4 times effective move was that? I dodge a Thunder Wave, so that's nice. And I hit my Sex Fire Blast. So, again, obviously his hazards are going to be annoying, but my main sweeper, my Magic Guard Mon, does not care about that. Rocks being up means every Mon on his team dies. Shelter comes out. You do not have Stab, so I don't think you knock me out, Eska Spear, and you do not Shell Smash up on me either because of Giga Drain, so I'm not sure why he made this play because you are definitely going to die. Big threat. Actually, Ice Spear probably would have knocked me out just because of the way multi-hit moves work in Little Cup. They're pretty broken. They have, like, their own rolls in an attack, which is crazy. Like, one move could do 15%, the other one could do 40%. It's crazy like that. And I'll definitely Will-O-Wisp this Mon because it is a giant threat to my Abra. Thankfully, they always Pursuit first, even though I missed Will-O-Wisp. But ideally, we hit this one. Nice. I don't know why he's giving me this Grimer. Especially because now I never get that poison with Poison Touch. I always get it versus me. Like, I'm thinking about, like, I love Muck. Like, I love Alolan Muck. I think best case scenario is, or I don't know why he never went Larvesta, by the way, because it doesn't care about Burn. It doesn't care about Fire Blast too much. and like I eat up any hit. I want to force him knockoff, but what I'm trying to do mainly is weaken the Grimer so I can set up again with my Salazzle. So, or attempt to set up with Salazzle and do something. There's Fire Blast here for damage. I don't mind that. I want to get on my webs, and again, just keeping him lower. Like I get a crit as well, so that's pretty nice. Putting in range of probably +2. I want to say after the next few burn turns, +2 Sludge Wave. That's not something I have to deal with. And because he's burnt, I'm not as worried again with Salandit. Surskit first though. We obviously want to get up that. We obviously want to get up the web so my Salandit can be fast and everything. I guess Endure Magnemite could be an issue or annoying. But if I knock the thing off or burn it, it's not an issue anyway. And he opts to stay in with Grimer, so Surskit can just get off a Scald right now. Could be... No, Surskit, no. I'm actually worried about setting up right now, funnily enough. So, Mienfoo comes out. Mienfoo's going to leave and U-turn. So, we'll go Mienfoo. Just U-turn out into Abra. I get the regen anyway, and my Abra comes in, doesn't care about hazards. I could also go Salandit right here. It probably kills everything, to be honest, like now that I think about it. I'll go Salandit, why not? We shall go Salandit. Take all this hazard damage. Actually, I probably should have brought it in on Larvesta, so I think maybe my play was to knock off there, getting rid of Grimer's Eviolite and knocking it out, forcing in Larvesta, and then being able to set up, because I think that Abra takes a hit. Yeah, Abra definitely takes a hit. Oh, whatever, I'll Fire Blast. Yeah, man took 94. He takes all hit. And what I can do now is go directly into... I'll take that anyway. Go directly into Abra. Go right for the Hidden Power Ground. This also will knock out Magnemite. And if I knock out Magnemite, I'm not worried. This will also knock out Magnemite if he opts to switch into it, which I'm obviously faster than. And again, if it's the Berry Juice set, I don't think he can stall me out of all my attacks. Anyway, and plus Larvesta should go down to a Psychic. So let's see if he goes for the Endure Berry Juice combination. If he doesn't, then I knock him out with HP Ground straight up. Nice, gone. All right, so another Mon gone, and Larvesta comes out, and there's no way Larvesta wins. Mans takes like 47% any Sticky Web, like, it's over. This is Life Orb Abra. Abra putting in some massive amount of work, man. Call him Alakazam. Boy is ready to evolve. Good game, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously, missing Thunder Wave was bad, but like, when they go Grimer first, like, you can already tell that Abra's going to put in massive work, because those are the Pokemon that trap it. So let's go ahead and look for another one. We're making good time. This will probably be the last one, depending. If I lose, you guys know I don't like to end it on a loss, so we can keep going. Well, I like to end it on, I don't like to, but I'll end it on a loss if I don't have time for another one, depending. But I was thinking about making the first episode really, really, really long as well. Like maybe like an hour and a half episode, just grinding a 1300, 1400. But then I looked at top 10 of the Little Cup ladder. I mean, I'm not saying I get it in one episode, because I definitely wouldn't get like probably like 1400 in one episode, because that'd be too much. But like top 10 is only 1577, so if I got to 1400 and I kept winning, the Little Cup Road top 10 will be the shortest road I had. So that's like the main reason why I didn't want that. Ooh, my opponent has mono fighting, so you already know your boy is getting... This Crabrawler looks so cool. Crabrawler looks so... I forgot how cool it was, man. I can't wait for Ultra Sun and Moon, guys. I'm playing through that game. I cannot wait. Can't wait to start VGC. But mono fighting, we are 100% getting up webs here, and then we're going to start clicking Psychic and Dazzling Gleam and win. I gotta be careful about the Copycat Mon, though. And the fact that he has Mach Punch priority and whatnot. So these off of Riolu. I think I just spam Scald here. He plots. Is he gonna be Copycat? Alright, so that was a... Wait. What? Oh yeah, Prankster, duh. Prankster. The thing is, I'm worried about Copycat. Yeah, okay, so thank God he decided to go for that. I could just spam Haze. I was worried about Copycat sticking... I would just spam Haze here, and because Prankster makes him faster than me. I was like, wait, what the hell just happened? But with the webs up, I think we're good to go. Yeah, because he'll never be able to beat this thing 1v1. I think that Mienfoo can also win by just clicking High Jump Kick. We'll just Scald here. I'm faster than him anyway into a KO, so yeah. Unless he has this little baby learn Vacuum Wave. just died to +2 skull. That's so funny. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Damn, that's a problem. Hold up. Alright, Mienfoo, I'm gonna need you not to die to skull, bro. Nasty plot, copycat, hidden power. What's the last move? Does it learn backing wave? If it learned backing wave, I would obviously use backing wave. Hey. Hey. There you go. I'm about to say, don't miss. I had a feeling. That's why I started yelling at my Mienfoo. I was like, bro, you ain't about to miss today. So whatever comes out, if it's in setup, I taunt it. Unless it's Timber. Timber I can just knock off. He goes Crabrawler. I'm not sure what you're going to do to me. It looks like it's going to beat the hell out of my team, though. Is it just me? We'll go Punkaboo. Take the fighting attack. It's not ice type yet, so I doubt it gets Ice Hammer. That man had a berry juice, and I found it. That man tried to pop. Hold up. No. Cast his Will-O-Wisp. I ain't switching out yet, bro. Not yet. I've actually used Pursuit on my Crabominable too. I think that's such cool typing, man. Ice fighting is something I've been waiting for a long time, man. But just the fact that we got it so late, I don't know. Goes Timber. I can just spam Giga Drain here and beat him 1v1 most likely. It doesn't matter if he bulks up because I can revenge kill him with Salandit or something, or even Abra, and knockoff is the only thing that could even do damage to me, which doesn't even knock me out at one hit. And again, basically the idea is getting rid of. I get a crit, unfortunately. That's actually worse for me because of Scraggy. That's actually, yeah, that actually is worse for me because of Scraggy being able to set up. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go directly into my Mienfoo here, and we're going to taunt this Scraggy because after it Dragon Dances, it won't be faster than me because it's Sticky Web. We're going to taunt it because I ain't trying to miss out here. I don't even know if he can knock me out unless he's like Zen Headbutt or Shattered Psyche. Man, try to DD up again. And now we're going to U-turn and sack my Punkaboo right now. Here's a Violet. Okay. The only reason I made that play is because I'm worried about, actually, I'm going back out. I'm worried about, like, random Focus Sashes. You don't typically see them as much on certain mons, but I'm just worried. That's what I'm trying to say. But he's a Violet, though, so I'll be good. We'll just taunt here again. Prevent him from Dragon Dancing up. He Drain Punches, so be it. He knocks me out. But I'm pretty sure a 4 times weak mon will die to a Life Orb Abra. I doubt it won't knock him out, even if it's a Violet. I really doubt it. It doesn't have any priority anyway, so I'm positive this will knock him out right here. And then I'll be able to click Psychic versus the rest of his team. Only thing that are, I guess, potentially scaring me are Bullet Punch Machamp, or Machop, excuse me, and Fake Out Mienfoo. But besides that, I think we're pretty good. Mienfoo comes out. No reason not to go out to Punkaboo on the potential Fake Out. We'll see if he goes for knockoff. He does. There you go. The Focus Sash I was talking about, guys. That's the random Focus Sash I was talking about. See, I was worried about that. But we do break his Sash 100%. And there's no way he's going for a fighting move here, so I'm actually going to get up. I'm actually going to keep Punkaboo alive and get up Stealth Rock Raponier because, again, these random Focus Sashes are really scary, and I don't want Machop to have it. I just want to win cleanly with Psychic. So, we'll get up our rocks here. Even if he Drain Punches me and knocks me out, he double knocks off. But even if he Drain Punched me and knocked me out, it didn't matter because Burn broke his Sash anyway. And I'm actually sacked Punkaboo right now. Main reason I wanted to keep Punkaboo alive was so I could bring it on Fake Out, but Jump Kick. Not Drain Punch, wow. I'm still worried about this thing, like Machop. Does this kill? This should kill. Nice. Yeah, I'm still worried about the Machop, and I kept talking about how much Abra did in this game, but it hasn't came in yet. And if it's bulk up Machop, maybe it'll be a problem if it's bulk up Guts. But again, the only priority it has is Bullet Punch, and Salandit does just straight up resist it, so I don't think it matters. I don't know yet. It's not over yet, buddy. There's Machop. If it's Guts, then I hope I missed this Will-O-Wisp. If it's not Guts, he was Scarf Machop. Alright. Ooh, I haven't seen Scarf Machop in a long time. That reminds me of DVP, man. Just clicking Dynamic Punch. We ran Bullet Punch on Scarf Machop too back then. But we'll go right out to Abra and finally do what I've been saying the entire time. Abra is going to be able to click Psychic here and just win. Even if he locks himself into Bullet Punch, which is more than likely why he switched out. Like, that's the only thing I could see. That's the only reason why I could see himself switching out right there. to lock itself in the bullet punch, but that still shouldn't be able to knock out my Abra. And if it does, I have 2 resist in the back. It doesn't. Okay. So, yeah, Abra put in a ridiculous amount of work in the first episode of the Little Cup Road to Top 10. I hope you guys all enjoyed it as much as I did. Obviously, we're on the lower ladder, but as we keep climbing, we will be fighting more experienced opponents, and I'll probably get beat down a lot. I expect a lot of losses in this. I feel like Little Cup will be my weakest tier right now. It's just the one that I have the least experience in right now. By the way, shout out to Russell. I believe he made this background back during Season 1 of the UCL. This team is clean. I love the way he made Whitney look as well. But in any case, guys, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Another thing I want to say, again, VGC will be starting soon on the channel. I plan on doing that with my DS, with some face cam and whatnot. And that's something that will be here on this channel to stay, alongside, of course, Showdown Lives and showcases and enter megas and all these other things that I do have plan to keep doing as well. Of course, you can let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know your thoughts on the road to top 10 in Little Cup. And guys, once the suspect test is done with UU, even if it's like in the middle of this, because it's supposed to be, I think, 2 weeks, I'll be going right back to UU. And ideally, we finish Little Cup fast. That way, I can probably get in PU before it becomes an official tier and get that done. And then maybe, because what I'm thinking about doing is, since these suspect tests keep happening so many times, is what I'll try and do is maybe try to get top 10 on a ladder during a suspect test, because most suspect tests are 10 to 14 days, right? At least the lower tier ones. So that should be, if I keep, going at it, that should be enough time to potentially conquer a tier or get top 10 in a tier. I know during my first road to top 10, I think in NU, I want to say, I topped it during a suspect test, just because I didn't want to wait. And that's probably something that I'll do again. But again, guys, I do hope you all enjoyed. If you did, of course, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.